Yeah, so you could see, what does that look like to you? Yeah, so you can see the water. What's up, everybody? Today is not a normal gig log. Today we're calling it a disaster log because that's what I'm dealing with at the moment. I came to my storage unit. As you know, I do keep all of my equipment in a climate controlled storage unit near my house. And I came here yesterday to get all of my stuff because I had a gig, a private 50th birthday party. So I come here as normal, open up the door, start loading stuff on some movers, and I start to realize and feel like the bottom of some of my equipment, and realize that it felt a little damp, it felt a little cold, and after a little further inspection, I realized that my unit had water come inside of it, and I'm currently here inspecting everything and trying to assess the damage. So yeah, and that's what I'm dealing with today. So it definitely was on my mind the entire gig because I was not able to assess the damage. I had to get my stuff. Thankfully, I do know that my speakers are good. I don't know about my subs yet. And I still don't know how water came in. We did have the hurricane come in because I do live in Florida. So we did have a hurricane come in previous week. And talking to the storage manager, they did say that they had some issue, but they didn't realize that it impacted my side of the storage unit. So not sure how it happened, but we're going to assess the damage today. They are moving me to another unit. So we'll see what happens, man. Come along with me as we figure this out, all right? So I have been able to determine thus far that my Rockville Rock Haze 1000 probably is completely destroyed. The box is completely soaked, so I'll have to try it out to see if the unit works, but the box is trash. You can't really see it too well, but look at that. It's just mush. So far about, $200. We'll see. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm currently moving my 360 now. Thank goodness it has wheels, but it's heavy as heck, I'll tell you that much. So my storage unit that I'm moving into is on the second floor. I'm on the third floor, so pain in the rear end, if you know what I mean. Going up and down, up and down, up and down. Boy, still haven't got to the back of the unit yet where I know most of the damage is. So, but thankfully, it looks like my main equipment, like the expensive stuff, didn't get damaged so far. So, still assessing though. Folks, this is why you get insurance. Don't allow that mindset, oh, nothing's gonna happen. Something always happens. So I have insurance through the storage unit, and I also have my own personal insurance for the business that covers a substantial amount. So whatever damage is, we're gonna be good. that. So these are my subs. I'm gonna assess the damage here. I don't see any water along the edges of the cover. Feels a little damp, but I don't see any water stains. So we'll need to check the bottom a little bit just to see if there's any kind of condensation or, oh God, these are heavy. It doesn't feel like so this sub seems like it may have not gotten any damage. There looks like water did go underneath it, but I don't think there was any, like, I don't think it was a flood. I think it was just like a constant flow of just coming in. I mean, you can't see here, but the concrete's definitely stained from the water, and it did go slightly underneath it, but it looks like the sub did not get any water damage, which is a good thing, obviously. Tell you what, these subs are so heavy. I actually don't know how heavy they are. I have to look at that. But they feel like they're about 95 pounds. So these are the JBL Eon 718s. Okay, this is the second sub. I don't have a cover for this. Never really got around to it. So, doesn't feel like any damage on the subs. On the second one. So yeah, good so far. We'll have to try them out, but it doesn't look like any damage got done to the subs, which is a good thing because each sub is about $1,000. I think it was like $1,100 for each sub, so that's good. So yeah. Man, I tell you what, over the last few years, I've accumulated a lot of different stuff, and this is a T-bar that I purchased whenever we first started, and I've never used it. It's just been like done. All right, so this is the new unit. So this whole process has given me some ideas on how to store my equipment a little better. And I've been wanting to do it for a little bit, but you know how it goes. You get busy, you procrastinate. So if anything, this has really kind of just pushed me to organize the equipment where it's a little more functional and not as kind of chaotic, disorganized. So that's one thing for this new unit. I'm going to be organize it to what I touch a lot to what I don't touch a lot. And so that way it's easier to kind of get in and out. I'm also going through equipment that I no longer use, and we're probably just going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or whatever it is, things that just don't get touched ever. I've hung on to some of this stuff just because, my mindset is, hey, you never know when you need it, but there's never going to come a point where some of this equipment, like some lights, people giving me lights whenever we started, that I just don't touch. Those are the things that I'm referring to, but yeah. I don't bring this one out very often, but this is the Rockville facade. You might have seen it in some of my videos here. So, but it's just a little too flimsy for me. That's why I don't rock it too much. Good or bad, happy or sad. Wow! So, fun fact, there is a semi that just pulled up. A couple has just moved from Ohio, and they have a semi full of stuff. So we're gonna be in each other's paths here at some point because they are going to be on the second floor. Yeah. So this is some of the stuff that I'm talking about that I've accumulated. I got this utility cart. Somebody gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll use it. I've never used it. It's still in the box. Probably I'm just gonna get rid of this. It's accumulating space, man. I don't know in the DJ world how I would utilize this, but yeah, I think this is going on Facebook or eBay. Yeah. So I just checked my Chauvet Nimbus. Looks like no damage. Great. And then my photo booth printer, no damage. So it doesn't look like water came down. It looks like it just seeped in. So thankfully my printer does not touch the ground directly, but the Nimbus did. I don't have it today, but what I am going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to get some bases so that way nothing is touching the ground. So if this happens again and water seeps in, it won't be touching things directly. I'm also going to get some racks. Got to go to Walmart or Home Depot or Harbor Freight, wherever, and get some racks, so some little shelving, so nothing touches the floor. So that's going to be my new game plan. Nothing directly touches the floor. Yeah. what I am going to do, I've decided I'm going to get one rack, put it here, maybe two, and just put the miscellaneous items so they're off the floor. So like the extra photo booth stuff that I have, the lights, like my uplighting and the hex lighting and the moving heads, we'll put them on the racks so they're not on the floor. And it's going to organize it a little better for us as well. So I wanted to show you this. This is actually a photo booth that we actually made ourselves. Whenever we were looking to get a photo booth, we said, hey, let's save some money. We've actually found this design on YouTube. And yeah, let me show it to you. So we actually have it. I've never used this at a gig. It turned out well enough. And we might change our mind. I think for us, we're gonna sand it down again and repaint it, but we just didn't quite like it. It didn't have the look that we were looking for, but we added lights to it. It's very easy to plug in and plug out. And let me see if I can turn this around for you. Yeah, so here it is. So these are, these lights here, I think these strips were about $200 in total. And it's got a back side. So the objective is, so what we actually have left to this, to actually finish it, let me move this. What we actually have left to finish it is to put Velcro strips here. So this back side here, whenever you get to a gig, literally it just comes out. And then the power to the lights, actually so this right here connects to the plug that will go into this outlet here that we've screwed in. And then the iPad, which is a very easy setup, we were gonna put pads here. And so up to an 11-inch iPad goes here. And so essentially you can see this gap here. It's just enough to put the iPad in, close it, secure it, and then we're good to go. I think, actually, if I'm correct, we had to create an additional gap here because the iPad, it was just a little too big where this didn't clasp. So it's a decent iPad photo booth that we created. Cost, I don't know, probably about $500 in total, and a lot of painting, a lot of sanding. So, yep. All right, so I am all done going from one shed to the next. It's been an adventure. Got lucky. Looks like it's gonna be a little under $1,000. So very thankful for that. None of my main stuff, just my haze machine and a couple miscellaneous items gonna be needing replaced, I think. So other than that, hey, it's been fun. I did, one good thing about it is I did reorganize my shed. I did end up going to Walmart and getting a rack, about 5 shelves, and then I am gonna go ahead and get another one as well, just to make sure it's organized and cleaned up a little bit, nothing on the floor. So yeah, well, hey, thanks for being on this adventure with me and trying to figure this situation out. Yeah, insurance is a good thing. So, hey man, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.